coast and maybe possibly seeing a nor'easter. So.
Yes, and once again, because it'll be impacting tens of millions of people, this storm would get a name. This would be Winter Storm Juno.
All right, we may find out later on today. All right, Thank you so much. Sam, back to you.
But our extended coverage of Winter Storm Iola continues right here on the Weather Channel today, and we're keeping a very close eye on the roadways with the potential for icing and especially black ice.
Currently in our area, 65 degrees under cloudy skies with windy conditions. Today, generally cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Winds west-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 48. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunshine and some clouds. High 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's snow, and if the sun come out, is not making it any easier. But it's ice and slush everywhere. Stay off the side streets because the main roads are being plowed and salted as of highway, but the side streets are not.
Definitely some good advice if you're in the Northeast or New England and don't have to travel today. Stay home. Winter Storm Iola is bringing some problems, and that's not the only troublemaker that we're keeping an eye on right now. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for this extended live coverage here on the Weather Channel. I'm Kim Cunningham.
And I'm Samantha Moore, and we are covering Winter Storm Iola, pushing out and leaving several inches of snow behind. But right on its heels, we have yet another winter storm. So we have live team coverage for you, and the area is being impacted right now. Meteorologist Mike Seidel is in Andover, Massachusetts, and we'll hear from him in just a moment. And we're also keeping a close eye on what could turn into a dangerous, even deadly situation on the Northeast roadways.
We're going to start with the man with all the details on what's happening now and what's still to come. Our winter weather expert, Tom Nizzle. Tom.
Yeah, we're not done with this storm yet. It's going to put some snow down as we get into the evening hours and those temperatures begin to drop. Snowfall totals were running as much as 9 inches in parts of Pennsylvania earlier today. Even in Worcester, 4.5 inches. They've actually changed over to a little bit of freezing rain right now. That concerns me with temperatures around 29 degrees. And we're also seeing this system actually drop its pressure very rapidly. Now, the center of the low is located out 100 miles or so east of Long Island. And we've got a data buoy out there in the water that records pressure, and we continue to see the pressure drop here as this system really begins to intensify now as it moves toward the Canadian Maritimes. So this is a water vapor imagery. You can kind of see a spin in the atmosphere right here, and there is an upper level jet stream right in this area here that is moving toward the coast of Maine, and what that is doing is helping to enhance lift in the atmosphere just to the north of Boston along coastal Maine. That's the area I think is really going to light up with snowfall in the next few hours here. So let's take a look at the radar, and indeed, if you take a look at the snowfall, there is the rain snow line. You see this area right here of heavier snow, that darker blue, typically just to the north of the rain snow line, you will get that, and that's what's working its way toward coastal Maine now. So Portland, Gray, Maine, going up toward Bangor. Over the next few hours here, you're going to see your conditions really begin to deteriorate as the snowfall increases. Temperatures, Boston at 33 degrees. That's a silver lining in this cloud. It allows you to clear those streets and use salt to melt those streets pretty quickly. Back in Worcester, it's running 29 to 30 degrees. We've got this tiny little area of freezing rain that's in there. So parking lots, sidewalks, you're going out and walking, just make sure you're cognizant, you're aware of the fact that it could be very slippery out there with the freezing rain. Our computer model also shows what we have here is what we call the freezing line aloft. This is up in the clouds. To the west of that, that's where the cold air is and the snowfall. So As we go through the rest of the day here and this low pressure system tracks in this direction, it's going to begin to bring more colder air down toward coastal areas. You'll eventually see this region right in here change over to snowfall as that cold air settles its way in. But by that time, most of the snow is precipitation is going to be out of the area. So if we watch our computer model, here's 4 o'clock this afternoon. And as you can see, there's still snow locked in across New England. And it's not going to be until about 7, 8 o'clock that it clears Boston. Still going to be hitting down East Maine through the evening hours, but it'll move off pretty rapidly. Total snowfall, another 3 to 5 inches in and around Boston to the west of there in through Worcester, and 5 to 8 as we go to down East Maine. So, guys, stay tuned here. We're going to monitor this. The good news is this is occurring on a weekend. Traffic isn't as heavy. The tough news with our next system is it's going to occur in this Monday evening through Tuesday morning time frame. I'll have more on that in just a bit.
I will be waiting to see how that develops. Thank you so much, Tom. Well, the New York Department of Transportation, they are asking emergency snow laborers to report to work at 8 a.m. on Sunday to help clear the snow. Now, they got around 2 inches of snow today and up to 5 inches in the outer boroughs of New York. And that is all part of Winter Storm Iola. So it's a lot of snow to pick up, and it's got a lot of work to be done. Let's get you out onto the ground right now to an area seeing plenty of snow from Iola.
And meteorologist Mike Seidel reporting live in Andover, Massachusetts. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Kim and Sam. And I remember when I was a kid and it would snow. First of all, maybe a snow day. Then I'd be out with my shovel making some change. Back then, it was about $1 for a whole driveway and sidewalk. And we've got 2 guys who are out trying to make some money. We've got Jamison Lynch here in the blue jacket, and we've got Jared Edwards over here on his left. And you've got your shovels. You've been out all morning. How you been making out, guys?
Good.
What's good? What is good financially? Give me the bottom line.
We've been shoveling people's driveways. Okay,
and how much money have you made so far? This is nobody. You don't have to report this as income.
We've made like about $5.
$5. You're going to stay with it?
Yeah.
Now, what about last winter? What do you remember about last winter?
It was like really snowy, and we were helping our neighbors too last year too.
That's a great thing to do. And how much school did you miss? You remember how many days you were out of school? Too many to remember?
Yeah, too many to remember.
And when was your last day of school this past year? Last summer? How late did you go? You don't remember?
No.
It was way too late, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Probably late June up here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jared and Jamison, good luck. Thanks for joining us. Hold my microphone. I want to walk out here and show you what we've got out on the streets here in Andover. Oh, jeez. I'm okay. I got caught on the mic cord. There you go. What we have out here is a lot of slush. Temperatures now right around freezing. The sleet and rain and snow mixture continues. And look at the slush out here on Elm and Main Street here in downtown Andover. And that's going to be a problem this evening once those temperatures fall down into the 20s and we lose the sunshine. Let's go back to Kim in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. And gosh, what a pretty backdrop, too. I mean, this tree is just beautiful with the snow on there. Temperatures, well, they're in the low to mid 30s in some cases. And we're going to take a look now at the radar where we have actually rain now in the Boston area. You could see the rain snow line where the pink is right in there. So we're getting some warmer air moving in here. We're getting some rain in Boston. Still have some freezing rain around Worcester. There's the low. Pressure's falling rapidly in Boston as the area of low pressure gets closer to us. Once it moves by, we're going to switch the winds around to the northwest and bring cold air back in through the layers of the atmosphere. And we're going to see all snow coming back into the Boston area. So it's not over yet. Temperature 33 in Boston, 30 at Worcester. Again, freezing rain being reported here. Roads still a mess. Please be careful out there today. Sam?
Well, a big concern as we go through the evening hours and into tonight is what will the conditions on the roadways be like with the snow and the rain and the freezing temperatures? Black ice could be a real problem. Up next, we'll take a look at all your travel concerns.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
Who wants pizza rolls? This game day, fun harder with Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Every truck can tow a boat. Every truck can climb a hill. Every truck can haul a trailer. But not everyone can say they're the fastest growing truck brand in America. Guts Glory Ram.
Just tell us your budget, and the Name Your Price tool helps you find a whole range of coverages. No one else gives you options like that. No one at all.
No one at all.
No one.
Wake up.
Oh, you okay, buddy? I just had a dream that Progressive had this thing called...
Your budget, and the Name Your Price tool helps you find a whole...
It isn't a dream, is it?
Nope. Sorry.
You know that thing freaks me out.
He can hear you. He didn't mean that, Kevin. Yes, he did.
Keeping our competitors up at night. Now that's Progressive.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantore joins Sam Champion and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ starting Monday.
Currently in our area, 65 degrees under cloudy skies with windy conditions. Today, generally cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Winds west-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 48. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunshine and some clouds. High 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The $1 Million Mountain. Tomorrow at 9 on the Weather Channel.
All right, so this Tylenol arthritis lasts 8 hours, but Aleve can last 12 hours. And Aleve is proven to work better on pain than Tylenol arthritis. So why am I still thinking about this?
How are you?
Get Aleve, proven better on pain.
Hold your own with a confident look for any occasion. Right now at Men's Warehouse, select suits are on sale for $199.99. Plus, buy one, get one free on almost everything else in the store. Confidence in every look. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
You get sick, you can't breathe through your nose. Suddenly, you're a mouth breather. A mouth breather. Well, put on a Breathe Right strip and shut your mouth. Cold medicines open your nose over time, but add a Breathe Right strip and pow, it opens your nose up to 38% more, so you can breathe and do the one thing you want to do, sleep. Add Breathe Right to your cold medicine, shut your mouth, and sleep right. Breathe Right. And look for the calming scent of new Breathe Right lavender in the sleep aisle.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Weather Center Live. We're asking you to send us your photos and videos from Winter Storm Iola. Ginger Kelly sent us these images from Raynham, Massachusetts. It's about 30 miles northeast of Providence, Rhode Island. We've got about 2 inches of snow there today, actually possible today, with a chance of freezing rain mixed in maybe after 5 o'clock. Winter weather advisory, by the way, remains in effect until 7 o'clock tonight.
But how
about, not over.
Oh, not over yet. And how about these ones? Jason in Telford, Pennsylvania sent this in, and you can see the snow has completely covered the streets as well as the cars and the trees, and just blankets of white everywhere you look. And Sharon in Freedom, Pennsylvania sent this one in. They've already received 4 inches of snow, and they could end up seeing another inch yet today. And we also had heavy snow falling across much of Massachusetts this morning, piling on roadways and causing several crashes. NECN's Jeff Saperstone has the story from Worcester.
Well, this is the scene here in Worcester, Massachusetts. It was snowing hard all morning long, but things have calmed down significantly now that it's afternoon time. You can see just some light rain is falling. Here is Route 9. It is a busy thoroughfare through the city of Worcester. You can see cars moving at the speed limit now, but that was not the case earlier today. Bare pavement now showing. Plow crews have done a great job of clearing the roads here. Now that the snow has let up, they've been able to get to many of these roads. They'll be able to get to the side streets soon. You can see right here on the ground about 3 to 4 inches of snow, which is not a whole heck of a lot for the city of Worcester, which is used to having feet of snow during the wintertime. I know they did here last year. So again, just things a normal snowstorm here in Worcester, Massachusetts. Some problems on the roadways, cars off the highway. We did have a tractor trailer that was jackknifed in the middle of the Mass Turnpike. That has since been cleared. That caused a traffic mess for most of the morning. For now, we're in Worcester, Massachusetts for the Weather Channel. I'm Jeff Saperstone.
Thanks so much. And joining us on the phone right now is storm chaser Reed Timmer. He's joining us live now from Seabrook, New Hampshire.
And Reed, you've seen the snow and the sleet already this morning in New England. What is it looking like right now where you're at?
Yeah, right now in Seabrook, right on the coast, it's actually changed over to rain. And it was really heavy snow when we were coming out here. We originated in Lowell, Massachusetts, and very large flakes. Just looks like probably 5 or 6 of them stuck together each, like little mini snowballs coming out of the sky. And the roads are really bad on the 495. And once we got out here to Seabrook, it was heavy sleet, snow mix with rain, and then it changed over to all rain. And the northeasterlies are definitely picking up here. The waves are getting a little bit bigger, so you could definitely tell that coastal storm is intensifying to our southwest.
And of course, we were concerned about once this low goes by that, colder air is going to be rushing in there and possibly, refreezing out there on the roadways.
Definitely, and there's a lot of slush on the roadways. There's snowpack just a few miles west of the coast, and when that cold air wraps into the backside, it's going to be really ugly out here. And we're going to come back out to the coast, too, when this system intensifies to our east, and those wind speeds should really increase, too, right along the coast later on.
Reed, how can they treat the roadways? If it's turned to rain now, doesn't that wash the salt off the roadways?
It's not raining quite that heavy. It's mostly slushy right now. And I think as it warms up a little bit, it gives that salt a better opportunity to work. So right here, right near the coast, the roads have improved over the last hour or so as it shifted over to rain. But just west of here on the 495, it's really ugly. And you have those squalls, those miniature bands of heavier precipitation just paralleling 495 with that slant-wise convective instability. So we're going to be punching west-southwest on the 495 and seeing just how heavy this precip is just to our west.
All right, thanks so much, Reed Timmer, reporting to us from Seabrook, New Hampshire, reporting that roads are bad out there today.
Really, a nasty, nasty weekend. Well, we have a lot more still ahead here on Weather Center Live.
That's right. We've seen lots of snowflakes falling today, but have you ever wondered if it could really be possible that no 2 snowflakes are alike? Hey, we're going to take a closer look right after your local on the 8th.
The Chevrolet Malibu. Respected. Efficient. Safe. When you set out to find new roads, you become the most awarded car company of the year.
Right now, eligible competitive owners can trade up to this 2015 Chevy Malibu and get $3,000 total cash allowance.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Didn't you already do all this over there?
Just wait. Parties always end up in the kitchen.
Get more Pepsi and Tostitos with unbeatable prices. Backed by Savings Catcher. Walmart.
If you're running a business, LegalZoom has your back. Over the last 10 years, we've helped over 1 million business owners get started. Visit us today for legal help you can count on to start and run your business. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
You used to sleep like a champ. Then boom, what happened? Stress, fun, bad habits, kids? Now what? Let's build a new, smarter bed using the dual air chambers to sense your movement, heartbeat, breathing. Introducing the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology. It tracks your sleep and tells you how to adjust for a good, better, and an awesome night. The difference? Try adjusting up or down. You'll know because Sleep IQ tells you. Only at a Sleep Number store where you'll find the best buy-rated mattress with Sleep IQ technology. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
The adventures you've been imagining.
The heroes you've been admiring. The worlds you've been dreaming of. The thrills you've been craving. The moments you've been missing. The vacation you've been looking for is here. Come and take it. Universal Orlando Resort.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Don't miss the biggest auto event of the year, the 9th annual Boca Raton Concours d'Elegance, February 20th through the 22nd. This year, we celebrate the history of Cadillac and the 50th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. The festivities begin Friday night with our exclusive hangar party. Saturday, Howie Mandel provides the laughs following our gala dinner auction. And join us Sunday for the Concours d'Elegance, showcasing some of the world's finest antique and exotic cars and cycles. Details at bocacde.com.
Grab your pickaxe because now there's even more gold to be found in Florida. Introducing the family of Gold Rush scratch-off games from the Florida Lottery. 5 Gold Rush tickets to choose from with a top prize of $3 million. Now there's more gold than ever. Play the $1, $2, $5, $10, and $20 tickets for a chance to win your part of over $700 million in total cash prizes. The Gold Rush family of scratch-off games. Get ready to strike it rich from the Florida Lottery.
Find out. There's no obligation, and you can receive a decision in minutes. Visit us online at ondeck.com today.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, generally cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Winds west-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 48. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunshine and some clouds. High 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live as we bring you extended coverage of Winter Storm Iola. Chris sent this to us from New Milford, Connecticut, and you could see up to 7 inches of snow before all is said and done. You're under a winter storm warning until 5 p.m. tonight. And another photo out of Connecticut, Christine sent this one in, and this one is just absolutely beautiful. It looks like a postcard that says, "Come visit us in Connecticut." And it's not just Iola that we are tracking right now. Another winter storm is on the way, and it's a clipper that could impact many of the same areas in the coming days, and this one could even be stronger. Kim is standing by with the details. Kim, this could be the next named one?
Definitely. You know, we'll know maybe later on today if we're going to name this one or not, but definitely the model's coming together on this that we're going to see more snow anywhere from D.C. all the way up into New England. So keep an eye on this one. I know we're still dealing with Iola, but we need to really start thinking ahead because this one's going to affect us during the week, during the work week and school week. So we're talking about a clipper initially, and it's coming in from Canada. It's different from Iola, which came here from the south. This one coming in from the north. The difference is we already have cold air in place. So we have cold air in place. We've got this area of low pressure working eastward. Temperatures here already below freezing as it moves by. So the Ohio Valley will see snow with this. And then eventually as it heads here off the coast, we're going to see snow anywhere from D.C. all the way up into Boston. But we're not going to see warm air aloft. We're going to see cold air all the way through the atmosphere. So this is going to be an all snow event for probably 99% of us. So this one deepening as it moves up the coast too. High pressure to the north locking in that cold air. It's going to block it from moving out into the Atlantic. It's going to track up the coast, and that's what we're going to see, possibly a nor'easter bringing even near blizzard conditions are possible if these computer models are correct. So watching this area of low pressure, this fast-moving clipper coming through, it spreads maybe 3 to 5 inches of snow for some of us, 1 to 3 probably for most, I think, but some of us getting 3 to 5. Heads up the coast. Notice the lines of equal pressure, or the isobars, really tightening up. They're getting closer together. The closer they are, the windier it is. This thing is going to deepen. Notice there's a lot more of the isobars around the area of low pressure. Notice the rain-snow line is way out in the Atlantic. So everything from this point on is going to be all snow where we do get precipitation. And we're seeing that all the way through Tuesday. So Monday night to Tuesday, the Northeast corridor, the 95 corridor, if this is correct, will get slammed with snow. So a heads up now, we still have several days to watch it. By 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning, it'll be winding down. But here's the forecast. We're tracking it from the Midwest, maybe a rain-snow mix for some of us. Snow to the north, including Chicago, accumulating snow for you. Cleveland, Detroit, you will all see it. The Ohio Valley, depending on where you are, the lower Ohio Valley will be rain. Farther north, maybe a rain-snow mix. And then cooling down behind the system where it's going to change back over to snow for a lot of us. Now by Monday, we're dealing with it around the megalopolis, D.C. all the way up to Philadelphia, New York City, starting to see it come in Monday night. That is going to mean a terrible rush hour on Tuesday morning. There will be delays. There's going to be major problems. These computers are correct, computer models. So looking at that 1 to 3, 3 to 5, again, even heavier snows farther east, again, as we watch this move through. So expecting it in Chicago as well. Sam?
Well, the current storm, of course, Iola. We're going to take a look at the latest here on where it is raining and where it is snowing. And you can see that rain-snow line right around the Boston area. Heavy rain to the south and turning over to freezing rain in places like Worcester at this hour. So those roadways bound to be very slick as the day progresses, and especially then overnight when much of this rain is going to end up turning to ice on the bridges and the overpasses. So we expect to see that rain-snow mix continue throughout the afternoon. Notice that around dinner time, 7 o'clock, it turns back to snow once temperatures start to cool once again, and then icy roadways expected afterwards. Our live team coverage of Winter Storm Iola continues next. Meteorologist Mike Seidel has been in heavy snow all day. He'll join us from Andover, Massachusetts with the very latest after your local on the 8s.
Before space stations, before moonwalks, we lit that candle and shot to the stars. Walk among our most powerful creations at the Rocket Garden, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Always exploring.
Push it. Push it. Push it real good. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby.
If you're Salt and Peppa, you tell people to push it.
Push it real good.
That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good.
Oh no. Can you fix it, Dad?
Yeah, I can fix that. I wanted a car that could handle anything.
I fixed it!
That's why I got a Subaru Legacy.
Symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 36 mpg.
I gotta break more toys.
Introducing the all-new Subaru Legacy. It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
Whether it's snow, sand, or mud, there's only one way to keep your vehicle's floor perfectly protected all year long. WeatherTech floor liners, laser measured to perfectly protect your specific vehicle, front, back, even up the sides. So what gets in the liner stays in the liner until you wash it away. Shop now at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech, proudly made in America.
These little doggies are great.
Come here, little doggy. Sit. How cool is that?
Not at all. What are you doing?
I'm training my little doggy.
Watch this. Get in my belly.
How could you?
A little dog with a big bite. Little doggy starting at $1.29. This is how you Sonic.
Fiber One now makes cookies. Find them in the cookie aisle.
Start the interview with a firm handshake. Firm and not too firm. Make eye contact. Smile. I know! Don't do that! Try new Head & Shoulders Instant Relief. It has tea tree and peppermint that cools on contact. And also keeps you 100% flake-free. I use it for cooling scalp relief in a snap. ¡Mi bebé ha crecido tanto! Try new Head & Shoulders Instant Relief for cooling relief in a snap.
Before Mars, before the moon, we did the impossible again and again. Live the future of space travel at Exploration Space, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Always exploring.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantore joins Sam Champion and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ starting Monday.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, generally cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Winds west-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 48. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunshine and some clouds. High 71. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. We are in extended coverage this afternoon, tracking 2 systems targeting the Northeast. I'm Samantha Moore.
And I'm Kim Cunningham. We have a new picture into the Weather Channel from Massachusetts State Trooper on Route 146, where cleanup is still underway from a tractor-trailer unit that jackknifed into a median. Just one of several big rig accidents that actually happened earlier today on snowy, wet roads. By the way, lane closures are still in effect on that highway. And, we've got live team coverage this afternoon tracking Winter Storm Iola across the Northeast. Our own Mike Seidel is braving the snow in Andover, Massachusetts, and Tom Nizzle is tracking the system from the lab in Atlanta.
Well, let's dive right in and head out to Andover where Mike is. And how much snow have you seen out there so far, Mike?
5 inches, and there goes another plow down the street. They have a lot of private contractors, and we have pretty much stopped precipitating. There's a little light sleet or rain, maybe. It's hard to even figure out what it is. It's certainly not snow. There's a few sleet pellets bouncing around. So they've had a chance to catch up on the roadways. This is a high street, and what it is basically a little sketchy. But remember, we always tell you this, if it hasn't been salted or chemically treated, those chemicals lower the freezing point of water down into the 20s and teens. This is going to refreeze tonight. Our temperatures out here in the mid-20s. Boston will drop back below freezing. They were 34 last hour. Let me show you what they were doing this morning. It was just coming down at about 1 inch an hour, snowing and blowing and shoveling out at a local church here in Andover. You can hear the sounds of the blower blowing the snow, and that's the best way to get rid of it because it's a heavy, wet snow. You don't have to bend over. It's not backbreaking work. There goes yet another plow. These guys are the professionals up here. Plows everywhere. Our temperature right now here in Andover at 31 degrees, and it is a good idea to get this wet, gloppy snow off your sidewalks and driveways now before everything freezes up tonight. And then you've got to basically bring in a pickaxe from prospectors to clean it up. Logan Airport doing okay. 18 cancellations outbound. That's only 5% of their schedule. So far now, about 60 delays. That's about a fifth. About 20% of their flights have been on a delay, but no delay officially from the FAA. So this winds down this evening. Tomorrow sunny, about 30, 32 degrees. And Tom Nizzle. Boy, I tell you what, look at me. I'm getting all excited about Monday night and Tuesday. I just saw the European. You've seen the European, the American GFS model. We've looked at the Canadian model. And my gosh, it looks like for somebody, it may be lights out with this next storm coming up Monday night and Tuesday.
Yeah, our weather enthusiasts in the Northeast that like snowfall are all looking at the new computer model trends. We're going to get to that in a minute because it could have serious impacts going into the beginning of the week. Let's deal with what we have left now in New England from Winter Storm Iola. Again, our snowfall totals 8 to 9 inches of parts of Connecticut into Pennsylvania. Worcester picking up about 5 inches. But before it's all over, those areas just to the west of Boston and the Worcester Hills could see double-digit snowfalls. This is a look at the central pressure of the system now. There's pressure here on the y-axis and time on the x-axis, and the pressure has dropped about 17 millibars in 12 hours. That's substantial. This system is really ramping up now, and as it does so, we can see this huge plume of moisture working its way off the coast here, going up toward down East Maine. But some of that moisture is working its way back here into what we refer to as kind of like the comma section of the cloud in here. This is where our precipitation rates are going to increase over the next couple of hours. It put down some pretty heavy snowfall. In fact, on the backside of this, you can see how this is beginning to work its way eastward here and down across Connecticut and Mass. You're going to stop snowing pretty soon. But right up here to the north of Boston and going up toward Portland, Maine, there is an area of heavy snowfall being enhanced right in here as that moisture comes off the Atlantic. And that is going to put down a few hours of heavy snow going from Portland to Bangor this evening. So let's take a quick look at temperatures. Again, the silver lining in the cloud with temperatures at or above the freezing mark. It's a little easier to clean off roadways. But here also is a cold air. The low is going to work in this direction here, and that cold air is going to come down on the back side of it. As Mike said, overnight, the temperatures in places like Boston are going to drop down into the 20s. So get the streets cleared, get the sidewalks cleared now, because that'll ice up quickly. Our computer model is showing the snowfall this afternoon going into the evening, and look how it moves off the coast through Boston by about 7 o'clock. Portland and Bangor are still going to snow through about the midnight hour, but this system will move off pretty quickly. 5 to 8 inches in down East Maine out of this, another 3 to 5 in and around Boston. When we come back, we'll be talking about that next storm system, which is beginning to show its teeth, guys. I'll send it to you.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much. Well, while the snow may be starting to taper off across parts of the Northeast, the threat for dangerous conditions on the roadways remains. Black ice is going to be a big issue when those temperatures drop down tonight. The Weather Channel's Reagan Medji is reporting for us in Newburgh, New York, where over 5 inches of snow has already fallen today.
At one point today in the town of Newburgh, New York, we thought that the snow was just about done, but then it started up again. We're about an hour and 15 minutes north of New York City. Down there, they might be having some rain, but here, kind of like a winter wonderland. And, you know, snow plow crews have been moving mounds of snow all day long. This big pile started out as a little guy, and now, as you see, it's more than 10 feet tall. Now, all of this snow removal has been happening, as we said, really earlier on in the day. But we spoke with the commissioner of emergency services here in Orange County, and this is what he had to say about this particular storm.
It's a 6-inch snowfall, typical for midwinter for this part of New York State. If it was a storm that was, 15, 18 inches or more, it would have been handled and planned for a little bit differently.
But now when we look at going forward tonight, when temperatures dip down quite possibly to the teens, you see all of this area that's freshly cleaned. You can see some puddling and maybe some slushy areas. A cause of concern for tonight if this stuff does start to freeze over. The emergency crews say they have everything in place. Not only will they be salting all the roadways, but also putting sand down just so everybody's drive is a little bit safer. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Reagan. Now we're going to check in on the south and see how we're being affected by Iola. And boy, you look outside and Atlanta, and don't be fooled by this. It looks nice. I mean, at least the sunshine is back. But boy, those wind chills. We'll talk about those here in just a second. Temperatures right now in the mid-40s. We are warming up this afternoon. But Iola dumped some snow across some of the higher elevations here in the south, the southern Appalachians, but also for folks in Clarkson, Kentucky, picked up 6 inches of snow. Louisville picked up 2. Maryville, Tennessee picked up a ½ inch. Even northeast Georgia, Brasstown Bald picked up a trace of snow. The Blue Ridge Parkway, ½ inch. So if you are traveling to Blue Ridge Parkway, please be careful, okay? We're looking right now at our visible satellite with the winds overlaid on it. And notice the clouds are gone now. Sunshine is back. But now those northwesterly winds really kicking up across the area. We have wind advisories in effect for some cities across the south. So that's driving our wind chills down into the 30s in Atlanta. So where it's windy, we've got temperatures in the 40s. It feels like the mid-30s. So again, don't let the sunshine fool you. It's cold. 58 tomorrow, though. Now we're back to warm weather. 64 in Montgomery, so we're going to warm up ahead of the next Clipper. That's the one that we're talking about will bring maybe a nightmare scenario for parts of the Northeast coming up here early next week. So Atlanta, we see sunshine tomorrow, beautiful day, 58 degrees. The Clipper comes through. All we see out of this is temperatures coming down. We'll be in the 40s and some clouds. And then we're back to the 50s the rest of the week. So we're looking at today probably being the worst day. Monday, yeah, so-so. It's going to be dry, but we're going to see temperatures in the 40s. But then we're going to warm back up to those nice 50s through the week. And temperatures, again, pretty typical. And we'll see sunshine off and on through the week. Sam?
Thank you, Kim. Well, we want you to stay right with us here on the Weather Channel for live coverage all day long, all weekend. We are tracking back-to-back storms set to impact the Northeast. On air, online, and on your mobile devices, we have got you covered.
Currently in our area, 68 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mainly clear. High 71. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Nailed it. You're right, that was really easy. I know, I told you so. On Progressive.com, you can compare our Progressive direct rates with our competitors' rates, so shopping is easy. You don't sound like Flo. Yeah, I do.
Who are you talking to?
What?
What's on your hand?
Nothing. My wedding ring. Symbol of our love and understanding.
Comparing rates for you. Now that's Progressive.
Nailed it.
Didn't you already do all this over there?
Just wait. Parties always end up in the kitchen.
Get more Pepsi and Tostitos with unbeatable prices. Backed by Savings Catcher. Walmart.
Hi, this is Connor. Sorry I missed you. I'm either away from my desk or on another call. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you just as soon as I'm available. Thank you for your patience at this busy time.
Join us for stargazing with Discovery at Sea. Enjoy cruises from $4.99 during our 50th anniversary sale. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
How could a luminous protein in jellyfish impact life expectancy in the U.S., real estate in Hong Kong, and the optics industry in Germany? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 85% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
How do you turn an idea into something real? It takes passion, innovation, and most importantly, an after party. The 2015 Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi,
Hi, my name's Serena, and today is day 1 of my Hydroxycut transformation.
We're gonna live free.
I lost 30 pounds. Hydroxycut really works.
Hydroxycut is America's #1 selling weight loss supplement brand. Mix and match gummies, tablets, and drink mix.
Off and on throughout my life, I struggled with my weight, and Hydroxycut is the only thing that has worked for me.
Hydroxycut lets you lose weight your way. And go to hydroxycut.com to access the Be Thinner in 30-day starter plan.
My feet felt so heavy at the end of the day.
They used to get really tired.
Until I started gelling.
I got Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles.
When they're in my shoes, my feet and legs feel less tired.
It's like walking on a wave.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles.
I'm a believer.
Zantac heartburn alert. Stop. Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
It's no fun driving in the snow, and especially like when you have to go to work, when you can't call out. You know, if you can stay home, it's great, but when you have to be out and about, it's definitely not a good time.
Well, things got a little bit messy for drivers out here in New York. In Newburgh, New York, as 5.3 inches of snow fell, just making it really difficult for the folks to get around here. Winter Storm Iola did bring a lot of heavy snow to the region, and a winter weather advisory remains in effect until 6 p.m. today, and we could still see more showers this afternoon.
And welcome back, everyone, to Weather Center Live as we track Winter Storm Iola. Here's a look at the current radar to your left, to the right. Live look at Boston, where we still have a lot of low clouds, and we had a lot of rain now mixing in with some of the snow. But I'll tell you, we're still dealing with some heavy snow, especially northwest of Boston into Maine now. Right there along 95, you're traveling up into Maine. Not a good idea right now. Temperatures in the mid-30s in the Boston area, so it's slushy on the roadways. But we're expecting snow to kick back in the next couple of hours, so don't let your guard down just yet.
As Winter Storm Iola dumps snow on New England, there's another winter storm that's targeting the Northeast in the coming days, and it looks like it could be even more powerful.
Definitely. Snow and ice are set to create travel headaches this weekend, mainly snow, but Sam Champion looks at the best way to stay safe on the roads with this treacherous winter weather.
Snow and ice can cause big trouble for motorists, and you don't have to live in a wintry climate to encounter hazardous roadways. Temps at or just above 32 degrees can turn a thin layer of water into a slippery driving mess. Fortunately, there are ways you can weather the road. First, make sure your vehicle's ready to handle the elements. Some suggestions from the National Safety Council include having proper tires and batteries. Inspect brakes and windshield wipers and checking your antifreeze levels. Black ice is the invisible threat. Keep an eye out for a pavement that's slightly darker and just a little duller looking than the rest of the road surface. If you're driving on ice or snow, it is truly important to slow down and leave at least 3 times more space than you usually do between you and the car in front of you. If the back of your vehicle starts to skid, first thing, don't panic. Just take your foot off the accelerator and steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. If you have standard brakes, you can pump them gently. For anti-lock brakes, just apply hard, steady pressure to the brakes. The best advice for driving in bad weather is to avoid doing it at all if you can. But if you have to hit the road, make sure you monitor the weather reports like right here at the Weather Channel. Stay alert, slow down, and make sure you stay in control. I'm Sam Champion.
Well, travel troubles galore the next few days with a couple of systems. There's Iola, the one we have been talking about, bringing more snow down East Maine as we head into the evening hours. Remarkably, the airports are on schedule. Everything is fine. They're used to handling this type of winter weather. Here comes the next clipper. It'll be forming as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours and then really gaining strength at the beginning of the week. It is hot and dry. We have that offshore flow across the southwest, and so that that ends up bringing in that hot, dry air. So we're at 80 degrees in Los Angeles today. You'd expect it in Phoenix, but not necessarily the desert heat this time of year in Los Angeles. Once we get into Monday, we start to see that change, and we see the wind shift to a more onshore pattern. That'll bring some rain in, along with a disturbance here across the southwest. Temperatures will be dropping back down to normal in LA, and it'll be cool for the folks in Phoenix. 63 degrees, that's cool for them. Spring-like in Denver after the winter weather they have seen this year so far. They're definitely going to be warming it up very, very nicely on Monday, while people are dealing with a tremendous storm here, a clipper that might end up being our next named system across the Ohio Valley, bringing that wintry mix across parts of Virginia and stretching into the North Carolina as we head into the afternoon hours on Monday. Then Tuesday, it starts to gain even more strength, and we see it really take shape here in the Ohio Valley. And then once we get into that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, it should start to push its way on out to sea, so we should start to see some improving conditions. But this could be a very strong storm, and it could affect millions of people, Kim.
That's right, Sam. And still ahead on Weather Center Live, we're tracking what's left of Winter Storm Iola.
Curling up in bed with a favorite book is nice, but I think women would rather curl up with their favorite man. But here's the thing. About half of men over 40 have some degree of erectile dysfunction. Well, Viagra helps guys with ED get and keep an erection. And remember, you only take it when you need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
Tomorrow night, we're taking our cameras to 14,000 feet.
This ain't a good place to make a mistake.
With these extreme fortune seekers.
Look how blue that is!
Gambling on the dig of their lives.
Get down now!
This is an absolute extreme situation.
If this is my last year on the mountain, be a fine way to go out.
Season 3, Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Tomorrow at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 68 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Tonight, mostly clear, low 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mainly clear, high 71. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu with the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. It breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
You used to sleep like a champ. Then boom, what happened? Stress, fun, bad habits, kids? Now what? Let's build a new, smarter bed using the dual air chambers to sense your movement, heartbeat, breathing. Introducing the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology. It tracks your sleep and tells you how to adjust for a good, better, and an awesome night. The difference? Try adjusting up or down. You'll know because Sleep IQ tells you. Only at a Sleep Number store where you'll find the best buy-rated mattress with Sleep IQ technology. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
Why do we do it? Why do we spend every waking moment thinking about people? Why are we so committed to keeping you connected? Why combine performance with efficiency? Why innovate for a future without accidents? Why do any of it? Why do all of it? Because if it matters to you, it's everything to us. The XC60 crossover from Volvo. Lease the well-equipped Volvo XC60 today. Visit your local Volvo showroom for details.
Imagine yourself exploring the mysteries of Machu Picchu, dining at the Eiffel Tower, or staying at the Fairmont Lake Louise in the Canadian Rockies. Across all 7 continents, Colette's guided tours take you places others only dream about.
I love Colette because they arrange everything for me. All I have to do is sit back and enjoy.
Marvel at iconic landmarks. Savor delicious meals. Come to know new cultures and make new friends. Along the way, enjoy immersive itineraries featuring experiences you can only find with Colette. Whether you're in the America West, discovering New Zealand, or walking on the Great Wall, you'll be traveling with one of our professional tour managers. All you have to do is embrace the adventure. To order your free brochure, call 855-714-8687.
The DC-59 Animal is the most powerful cordless vacuum. It's powered by the Dyson Digital Motor, has 2-tier radial cyclone technology, and no loss of suction.
I was completely blown away by how much power it has.
It's balanced for cleaning up high, down low, and in between.
It seamlessly goes through my entire house.
To learn more about the DC-59 Animal, visit Dyson.com/DC59.
Imagine waking up every morning to a beautiful, lush, perfectly manicured lawn. You don't have to imagine anymore. Located in Jupiter, Synthetic Turf International is the global leader in synthetic landscape solutions, putting greens, and functional activity surfaces. And STI Jupiter was just chosen to provide and install the synthetic turf for the tailgate field next to this year's college football championship game in Dallas. So stop at the mowing. Let our trained staff show you how your lawn can start paying you. Call for a free quote. Synthetic Turf International.
428-1000. Dinovite.com, DINOVITE.com.
Every Sunday, the Titans of weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
A new video into us from storm chaser Reed Timmer. Earlier in the hour, we spoke to him on the phone as he chased Winter Storm Iola, and he described the poor road conditions. This is what he was talking about. He was talking about a lot of snow and now rain on top of it, so some very heavy, wet, slushy precipitation accumulating there on the roadways, and just a real mess. So we're going to get Reed back in about 20 minutes or so to get his latest update on those road conditions in Massachusetts. But right now we're going to get our winter weather update. Kim is in the Expert Center with Tom Nizzle.
And Sam, concerned that, we don't get these roads cleared off in the next 48 hours, that we're going to be seeing more snow piling up. Tom's going to talk about the next winter storm that has its eyes on New England and parts of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic as well.
Yeah, we're really concerned about this. This is a storm that we've been talking about right on the heels of Iola. Now, Iola came out of the south here. It brought a lot of moisture and relatively warm air into this air mass up here, and so there's limited cold air to work with. We're getting this mix of rain and snow along coastal New England. This system is going to take this track that is going to come from the northwest, from the upper Midwest here, and as it does so, there's already going to be cold air in place on the backside of Iola. Now, Kim, this is really interesting, and this is where things are getting very interesting right now. Our computer models had been tracking this system offshore for the past couple of days. We talked about that. But in the last 24 hours, our model runs are now beginning to trend this system, taking more of a turn to come up the coast of New England.
Why do you think that is? Why are they trending more that way?
I think a lot of this has to do with the energy that is coming down from in Western Canada and upper levels of the atmosphere. It's digging very deeply. It's stronger, I think, than what we expected. And Iola may have something to do with this as well, but nevertheless, what it's doing is it's turning the track of the system and imparting more energy into it as it tries to make this curve and go up the New England coast.
And with this one, we've got high pressure that's settling in northeastern Canada that will keep the cold air wedged in place as it moves up.
Very, very important factor there. You're right. This is a system, and as it clips, moves very quickly through places like Chicago, in through Indianapolis and Columbus overnight, Sunday night. It is going to put down a little bit of snowfall, but this is what I'm concerned about, and this is going into that. This is Monday morning. Now watch what happens as we get into Monday evening. The system begins to track more in a northerly direction. All these lines on the north side of this is lines of constant pressure. Closer together they are, the stronger the winds that you have.
Right, so look at that gradient that we've got right here right from the Northeast corridor, the I-95 corridor, to the coast, where we're going to see possibly maybe near blizzard conditions.
We could, because here's the other component. The freezing line is way out in the Atlantic, so all this precipitation is in the form of snowfall. So here we have overnight Monday into Tuesday, and it is hammering New York. New York probably goes under some pretty rough conditions even by the Monday evening rush hour.
Oh, gosh.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we have to be concerned about that if you're planning your conditions, your travel plans in New York City. Then by Tuesday morning, Boston is a mess in this solution here.
Okay.
You're going to hit not only with some heavy snow, but with some pretty strong winds as well. This system also moves relatively slow compared to Iola, so the snow's going to hang in there for several hours going into Tuesday afternoon before it finally moves off.
All right, so emergency managers, I'm sure, over the weekend, hopefully looking at this, and we may start to make plans for travel. I mean, all this needs to be considered over the next 48 hours when it gets in the Northeast. Moves through the Ohio Valley, Tom. We get a strip of snow, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, and then the big snow here on the East Coast.
And again, here it is, Monday night. You can see this is all snow. There's no rain in here, and the snow will likely be heavy in this portion of New England in that I-95 corridor from New York to Boston. So this is what our computer models are showing right now. They're coming into this consensus, and our estimate right now, based on these tracks that we're seeing in all these model suites, is as much as a foot or more snowfall, colder conditions, windy conditions here along the coast, and, you know, even 4 inches plus snow back into New York City.
Right, plus the wind chill, dangerous wind chills if this verifies with the winds.
Everything to combine to produce a storm. We actually did throw out the term, if the winds are strong enough, of some blizzard-like conditions.
All right, good point. Thanks so much, Tom. We'll be back with you. You'll join us again in about 20 minutes or so with more on this. Also, extended coverage of Iola coming up.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mainly clear. High 71. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's snow, and if the sun come out, is not making it any easier. But it's ice and slush everywhere. Stay off the side streets, because the main roads are being plowed and salted as of highway, but the side streets are not.
That definitely is some great advice. And if you're in the Northeast or New England and don't have to travel today, the advice: stay home. Now, tomorrow morning could be just as bad too.
Yeah, it could be really rough, because overnight those temperatures are going to be dropping down well below freezing across most of this region, which means we're going to have a lot of ice accumulating here on the roadways, and that's going to cause a lot of problems with folks getting out there trying to navigate the roadways.
And we have live team coverage, of course, with Iola. Mike Seidel's been out there through the day today checking in on folks. Reed Timmer out there driving the roads here in New Hampshire. We'll get a report from him as well.
So we do thank you for joining us for this extended coverage. I'm Samantha Moore along with Kim Cunningham, and we're going to take you out right now to meteorologist Mike Seidel, who's in Andover, Massachusetts. And Mike, it looks like it's snowing once again.
Snowing very lightly, very small flakes. If you were watching earlier this afternoon, we had the big silver dollar flakes. Some of that warmer air came in aloft, and the flakes stuck together. Then we had enough warm air that we've had some sleet. But now it looks like it's a little snow, maybe a few sleet pellets mixed in, bouncing. Nothing liquid, so we're not getting any freezing rain or drizzle, which is good. It's 31 degrees here. It's up to 34 at Logan in Boston, so things are much better there. But even here at 31, look at the road. We look up Main Street here in downtown Andover and notice how nice it looks from what it was earlier when we were getting snowfall rates up to an inch an hour. It's slushy, it's wet, heavily salted. The plows seem like they go by about every 10 or 15 minutes, and basically automatically pushing water and slush off the road. But again, if your surface hasn't been salted or chemically treated, tonight once the temperatures fall back into the upper 20s, then you're going to have this all refreeze. So best bet right now before it gets dark, before it gets colder, get out and shovel, because this is wet, gloppy snow. I mean, this is the ideal. Boy, this is so packable. This is great. Gives me an idea, but not right now, not at this expensive camera. As far as the roadways go overall, the mass spike speeds have been dropped down to 45 miles an hour today. Those will ease up later tonight, and tomorrow the sun will be out. That's going to help too melt, but remember, it's going to refreeze Monday morning. In fact, Monday morning out here, we're forecasting a low down at 8 degrees. So we're going to have a hard freeze. And then the attention turns to our next storm. And now all the computer models seem to be online that we're going to have a fairly significant snowfall, maybe a foot or more from coastal, certainly coastal Massachusetts out here in the Merrimack Valley all the way up to down East Maine. At least those areas could get hit pretty hard Monday night and Tuesday. So just a heads up. Winter weather expert Tom Nizzle will keep us updated there. Meanwhile, back here in Andover, Saturday evening continues on. There is a lot of traffic out here, and it's been pretty much, Samantha, business as usual. These are the professionals up here, but it is their second, actually their biggest snowfall of the season. Compared to last year, it's been very lackluster, but now it seems like things are turning very quickly to a snowier January as we roll through the final days of the month. Samantha?
Turning a corner, so hopefully they'll be ready when we get into Monday and Tuesday, into that time frame. Well, the New York Department of Transportation, they are asking emergency snow laborers to report to work at 8 a.m. on Sunday to help clear the snow off the roadways. They ended up getting around 2 inches, around 2.5 inches in the city of New York and up to 5 in the outer boroughs off to the west, especially. All part of Winter Storm Iola. So we're going to go to the lab right now with expert analysis and winter weather expert Tom Nizzle. Tom?
Yeah, and Mike made a good point about those temperatures dropping in the wake of Iola. That cold air coming down out of Quebec, taking you down into single digits in places like Boston. Even in New York City, getting into Monday morning. You know, if you live up north, you got to get things cleared off, get that snow out of the way, because once it ices up, it's very difficult to remove. And we got another big storm on its heels. Let's take a look right now with Iola, what kind of snowfall totals we've had. As much as 8 to 9 inches in places like PA and Highland Lakes and Burlington and Connecticut there. Worcester came in a few hours ago with about 4.5 to 5 inches. I still see another couple of inches across that area. The central pressure of this system, it continues to drop here. We're now down to about 990 millibars. It's about a 17 millibar drop in 12 hours. That's significant. This drop here is showing how the system is intensifying as it moves up the New England coast. Here is a huge plume of moisture right here associated with the system. And on its backside, in what we kind of call the comma area of the storm right in here, this jet streak in the atmosphere is helping to force a little bit more lift in the atmosphere, and that's coming out in the form of snowfall in the colder air. And there it is right there, just to the north of the rain snow line is often where you'll see the heaviest snow. And we see these successive bands of snow now working their way in this direction across the coast of Maine. This area in here is likely going to see several inches of snow through the rest of the evening. The good news, on the backside here, we're beginning to see this area work its way eastward. So probably until about 6 this evening before Boston clears off with the snow. The other silver lining in the cloud are the temperatures are running right around the 32-degree mark. So here is a cold air there in the blue that is going to work its way across New England. As we get into the evening hours, everybody will begin to cool down here. Once again, you want to get your sidewalks, your driveways cleared away, because this system still has a couple of hours to go, but it's going to cool down very rapidly in its wake. So, guys, we get done with Iola. We're going to come back in that Monday evening to Tuesday morning time frame, what could be a very significant storm on its heels. I'll send it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Tom. And, of course, flash freezing might be a concern as that cold air moves in as the system moves by. Here's the storm right now. As you can see, we still have winds coming in from the south and around the Boston area, or real close to it, where we have temperatures now in the 30s, but we also have rain falling in Boston. Temperature of 33 degrees just to the north. If you're traveling up towards Salem, up on 95, it is all snow, even around the Portland area, but definitely drying out here from Connecticut all the way back to New York City. Might see a few flurries in New York, but that's about it. Here in Boston, expect that rain to change back to snow once we get the cold air to move back in. We're going to see that all the way through probably 10 o'clock tonight. And then sunshine returns tomorrow, and the skies will begin to clear overnight tonight. Temperatures will drop to around freezing, if not lower than that. That's why we're concerned about some of these roadways. So an additional 1 to 3 inches of snow expected in Boston. Rain now, but it's going to change back over to snow. So don't let your guard down with this. Here in Portland, it's going to be all snow for you guys. We'll see that snow all the way through, looks like midnight, or at least 10 o'clock. And then midnight, actually starting to see maybe some clearing. The temperatures dropping to the upper 20s, another concern on the roadways. Sam?
Thank you, Kim. Well, of course, another big concern as we go through the evening hours and tonight is how all of those roads across the Northeast are going to be. The snow, the rain, the freezing temperatures. We'll talk about ice.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. Theraflu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. Theraflu, serious power.
Who wants pizza roll?
This game day, fun harder with Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Okay, fitness class, here's our new trainer, Ensure Active Heart Health.
Yeah! I'm gonna focus on the heart. I minimize my sodium and fat. Gotta keep it lean and mean.
Uh-oh.
I maximize good stuff, like my potassium and phytosterols, which may help lower cholesterol.
I'm feeling energized already.
New delicious Ensure Active Heart Health supports your heart and body so you stay active and strong. Ensure. Take life in.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Jim Cantori joins AMHQ starting Monday on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mainly clear. High 71. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday, the Titans of weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Toenail fungus? Don't hide it, fight it with new FDA-approved Jublia. Jublia, efinaconazole 10% topical solution, is a prescription medicine proven to treat fungal infections of the toenails. Use Jublia as instructed by your doctor. Most common side effects include ingrown toenail, application site redness, itching, swelling, burning or stinging, blisters, and pain. Fight it! Ask your doctor now if new Jublia is right for you.
Apples are good. As Strongbow hard cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse? The bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
No pictures of trucks pulling boats. No photos of men working on ranches. Just a Ram 1500 Eco Diesel that gets 156 more miles per tank than the Ford F-150 EcoBoost. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com.
And welcome back to Weather Center Live. You know, we've been asking you to send us your views of Iola and take a look at what we're getting. Jane Myers in Paramus, New Jersey, sent this in. A winter weather advisory still in effect until 6 o'clock tonight.
And how about this one? Susan Peel sent this from Cold Spring, New York. And you can see by her measuring stick there, she's gotten around 6 inches of snow already, and they could end up seeing some more flurries accumulating and windy conditions kind of blowing all that snow around overnight. And joining us right now on the phone is storm chaser Reed Timmer, not only chasing thunderstorms, but also winter storms. He's joining us live near Lowell, Massachusetts. He's been driving, checking out the snowy roads all over New England. And Reed, you've seen the snow and the sleet already now. What are the conditions of the roads that you're at on the road that you're on right now?
Well, we've shifted back over to snow. Last time I talked to you about an hour ago, we were right out near the ocean in Seabrook, New Hampshire, and it shifted over to rain over there. It's a really quick transition from very heavy snow, massive snowflakes, then over to sleet, then over to pure rain. And then we took the 495 back toward Lowell, through Lowell. Now we're in Westford, and it's back over to snow and starting to accumulate on the roads again. So on the way back out here, the roads, as it briefly went above freezing and shifted over to the rain, the roads weren't too bad. They're getting slushy and wet, and now it's accumulating back on top of them. And could be a really bad situation tonight for the highways and side streets as that cold air comes back in and refreezes this stuff. And Reed, what do you know about accidents there? Any major problems on some of the interstates there? We haven't seen any from the coast on 495 south back into Massachusetts, but on the way out to the coast earlier, we did see all kinds of accidents. There were some traffic jams here and there. There are a couple trucks that looked like they were jackknifed, but overall, it seems like people up here in New England are driving really slow and controlled, and they're definitely used to these types of conditions. So for the most part, are there very many people on the roadways right now, Reed? There aren't too many people on the roads, which is a really good thing. Honestly, there's less people on the roads today than we saw during the whole entire Buffalo event back in November, which there are 8 or 9 feet of snow and people trapped in their vehicles all over the place. So it's a good thing that people are staying inside and staying warm. And it's definitely coming down a lot heavier here in Westford, too, just as I'm talking to you. So roads are bad, and then people are staying off the roads, which is good. All right, great news. Thanks so much, Reed. We appreciate it. And again, just be careful, because some of you, even in Boston, will see it change back over to snow before this is all over with. Sam? Yeah, that winter storm warning, he's in an area where the winter storm warning is currently in place. That winter storm warning will be in place until 7 p.m. in the Boston area, and then on up into Portland until 4 a.m. in the morning. So winter storm warnings, winter storm conditions, very perilous to be out there on the roads. And then we're more concerned where these winter weather advisories are on the western end here, including southern New York and western Connecticut. We're concerned about the possibility of ice. All this moisture that's on the road, whether it was snow that melted or rain, could end up forming into sheets of ice and make things really dangerous in the morning hours. So here is the latest radar. You can see that rain snow line currently north of the Boston area here. You can see the temperature is 33 degrees in Boston. So right now it's all liquid, but get over to Worcester where it's 30 degrees and it looks like they're seeing that snow come down at the moment. So miraculously not affecting the airports here. Boston, they are used to handling this here. 33 degrees, light rain, winds out of the north at 13, and no impact at the airports. In New York City, similar conditions. They are handling this well. It's cloudy right now. They have those winds out of the north at 17, and so far smooth sailing. But Kim, with the next system, it may not be quite this effortless. There may be more bumps in the road in the sky. That's true, because it's going to happen during the week as well, during rush hour traffic possibly. Thanks, Sam. And we've got lots more for you still ahead on Weather Center Live. We all know that shoveling can be back-breaking work. Some tips for you.
The adventures you've been imagining. The heroes you've been admiring. The worlds you've been dreaming of. The thrills you've been craving. The moments you've been missing. The vacation you've been looking for is here. Come and take it. Universal Orlando Resort. Experience it all with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Vacation Package. Visit universalorlando.com.
Home, Dad.
Thanks, buddy.
Does he know what he's doing?
He knows what he's doing.
Ready, Star Command. Prepare for launch.
This should be good.
To infinity!
We all have a Disney side.
Everyone in the car, let's go get them.
And the best place to show it is Disney Parks. So come to the place where the entire family can laugh, let loose, and play together. Disney Parks. Come on, it's time to show your Disney side.
The Chevrolet Malibu. Respected. Efficient. Safe. When you set out to find new roads, you become the most awarded car company of the year.
Right now, eligible competitive owners can trade up to this 2015 Chevy Malibu and get $3,000 total cash allowance.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
So we've had a Tempur-Pedic for a while, but now that we have the adjustable base, it's even better.
I'm gonna go up.
When I put my feet up on this bed, my stress just goes away.
Visit your local retailer and discover how Tempur-Pedic can move you.
Didn't you already do all this over there?
Just wait. Parties always end up in the kitchen.
Get more Pepsi and Tostitos with unbeatable prices. Backed by Savings Catcher. Walmart.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
It's okay that your soup tastes like my homemade.
It's our slow-simmered vegetables and tender white meat chicken.
Apology accepted. I'm watching you, soup people.
Make it Progresso or make it yourself.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Home of Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I.
FAU's Lifelong Learning Society in Jupiter is a great place to learn something new. It offers affordable university-level courses for adults of all ages with no homework, no tests, and no stress. There are one-day lectures or 4, 6, and 8-week courses. Course and lecture topics are taught all year round and include a variety of liberal arts subjects. Take only the courses you want, then sit back, relax, and enjoy. Visit us online to learn more and start your tomorrow today. Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
They would take better care of her. Always.
Protect what matters. Get flood insurance.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
In our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. Slight chance of a rain shower. High 72. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 49. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mainly clear. High 71. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It is 20 past the hour. Welcome back to our special edition of Weather Center Live. And you have to see this picture sent to us by a viewer, our viewer Kate. It is a beautiful winter wonderland. Quite an eye you have there, Kate, for art. It's beautiful. This is out of Windsor Locks, Connecticut, which of course is near Bradley Field there. Anywhere from 4 to 9 inches, 4 to 9 inches fell in that northern part of the state since yesterday. This is their largest snowfall of the season so far, and it is all because of Iola. And it's not just Iola that we're tracking right now, because there is another winter storm that is on the way, and it's a clipper that could impact many of the same areas in the coming days, and this one could even be stronger. Kim is in the lab right now with winter weather expert Tom Nizzle, and they have all the details.
And Sam, we are looking at maybe a big storm, maybe the biggest of the year, the season for the Northeast coming up. And Tom, we're concerned because this one could possibly get close to blizzard conditions.
Yeah, we've been watching this for a couple of days, and you know, early on, I'm going to move this computer model forward here. This is the system itself. We talked about this as a clipper, and it is going to head toward the mid-Atlantic here in the early stages of its life cycle. So it moves along here. Let me tell you about what's on the map here. This purple line we use as our rain, snow, or our freezing line here. Early on, not much precipitation coming across the upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and into the mid-Atlantic. Probably looking at 2 to 3 inches of snow. But we have been forecasting the system to go in this direction here. In the last 18 hours, successive computer model runs have turned this system and strengthened it to move right up the northeast coast again, the New England coast, and that spells trouble.
It does, especially when we've got cold air in place, and that is going to be key with this clipper moving across and intensifying off the coast.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is this is all going to be in the form of snow. We're going to have stronger winds with this system as well. New York City is going to literally come under the snow as we get into the Monday evening rush hour, and then by Tuesday morning, Boston is going to be in play, and it could be very rough conditions, Kim, because the temperatures are going to be a little cooler.
Right.
And by the way, the low is off center here. The reason it is, we just had the new computer model run update, and the new computer model run, what's it done?
Even closer to the coast.
It's brought it closer to the coast here, more precipitation in this area, so there's more and more consensus that this is going to be a very significant storm in the beginning of the week.
And it's even farther west with the precipitation too. Since we're moving this west, it's going to impact even maybe upstate New York and the Green and White Mountains.
Yeah, so this is, boy, you don't get this anywhere except on live TV with us to actually see the model update like that. And you can see how it is slowing the movement of the low down. Earlier we expected it here, slowing it down, more snow for the area. So I'm pretty concerned about this as being a highly impactful storm as we go into the beginning of the week. So there's Sunday night. This is more of a rain-snow mix, but when it taps this cold air and strengthens going into New England, there's that time frame.
Right.
And right now, this is what we're looking at for snowfall. This is our best guesstimate right now with the models runs that we have. We could see a foot or more of heavy snow with strong winds along the coastal areas here. And you can see an 8-inch plus area and even more than 4 inches back into New York. And now with the model run moving it westward, we might even draw that farther back.
That's right. Oh, my gosh. So really significant effects and impacts for folks next week, Sam. And so we're going to be keeping a close eye on this one for sure, and possibly our next named winter storm.
Yeah, which would be Juno, our J-storm.
All right, thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Well, hopefully everyone will be ready. Maybe Iola got them primed, and here's Iola right now where the rain-snow line is just on the north side of Boston, where that winter storm warning is in place right now. Some strong gusty winds, of course, as this storm just skirts along the coastline here, and still bringing in some heavy rain as we head, I should say, heavy rain off the coast, and then heavy snow to the north and down East Maine, which will continue. They have a winter storm warning in Portland through 4 a.m. Our live team coverage continues next on Iola. Meteorologist Mike Seidel has been there in Andover, Massachusetts, and we'll have the latest on the snowy conditions there.
Before Orion, before Atlantis, we looked to the stars and dared to dream. Stand in awe under Saturn V, the most powerful rocket ever flown. One of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Always exploring.
So, you say men are superior drivers?
Yeah.
Then how'd I get this?
Safe driving bonus check. Every 6 months without an accident, Allstate sends a check. Silence. Are you in good hands?
My name's Michael. I'm 55 years old, and I have diabetic nerve pain. The pain was terrible. My feet hurt so bad, it felt like hot pins and needles coming from the inside out of my skin. When I did go see the doctor, and he prescribed Lyrica that helped me.
It's known that diabetes damages nerves. Lyrica is FDA approved to treat diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is not for everyone. It may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these. New or worsening depression or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, changes in eyesight including blurry vision, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or skin sores from diabetes. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Having reduced pain is great, and I'm grateful for it.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica and visit Lyrica.com to learn about our $25 copay offer.
Fiber One now makes cookies. Find them in the cookie aisle.
Sir, we're gonna need you on the runway later. Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. Theraflu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. Theraflu, serious power.
Didn't you already do all this over there?
Just wait. Parties always end up in the kitchen.
Get more Pepsi and Tostitos with unbeatable prices. Backed by Savings Catcher. Walmart.
Zantac heartburn alert. Stop. Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Before 3, 2, 1, we built a gateway to the cosmos, following the steps of heroes on the Kennedy Space Center bus tour. One of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Always exploring.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here.